What is the difference between the poor and the rich? This isn't a question of bank accounts. It's a question of mindset. Some people are born into wealth, yes, but there are countless stories of individuals rising from poverty to prosperity. What separates them from those who remain in poverty is their outlook, their approach to life, and their unwavering determination to change their circumstances. Take John, for instance. John didn't have it easy. He grew up in a neighborhood where the air was thick with struggle and the echoes of dreams unfulfilled. Poverty, for him, was not a condition but a cage. But John was different. He wasn't content with the cards he was dealt. He knew that there was a world beyond his neighborhood, a world of opportunities and prosperity, and he was determined to be a part of it. John realized that the difference between the rich and the poor was not the size of their wallets, but the breadth of their vision. The rich, he observed, saw possibilities where others saw obstacles. They were not deterred by failure, but motivated by it. They did not wait for opportunities, but created them. And most importantly, they did not view wealth as the end goal, but as a means to an end. John decided to adopt this mindset. He decided to look beyond his immediate circumstances and envision a life of abundance. He decided to take risks, to face his fears, to step out of his comfort zone. He decided to invest in himself and his future. He decided to not just dream of wealth, but to work relentlessly towards it. And so John's journey towards wealth began. But how did he do it? John realized that knowledge was the key to unlock his potential. It was a truth that dawned on him one day, a truth that would change his life forever. John was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was not a trust fund baby, but he had something far more precious, an insatiable thirst for knowledge, a relentless drive to learn. He understood that education was not a privilege, but a right, a tool that could empower him to rise above his circumstances. He dedicated himself to learning, to soaking up knowledge like a sponge. He read books, attended seminars, took online courses. He did not confine himself to a single field. He ventured into various disciplines: economics, technology, philosophy, literature. He believed that a well-rounded education was the cornerstone of a successful life. John did not just absorb information passively, he was an active participant in his own learning process. He questioned, he challenged, he debated. He did not accept knowledge at face value. He sought to understand the why and the how. He realized that knowledge was not static, but dynamic. It evolved, it changed, it grew, and so he committed himself to lifelong learning. He understood that education was not a destination, but a journey of discovery, of growth, of transformation. John also understood the importance of practical knowledge. He knew that theoretical knowledge was important, but it meant nothing if it could not be applied in real life. And so he sought to apply his learning to put his knowledge into action. He started small with little projects, little ventures. But with every success, with every failure, he learned, he grew, he evolved. And as he learned, as he grew, he began to see the world in a new light. He began to see opportunities where others saw obstacles. He began to see solutions where others saw problems. He began to see potential where others saw despair. John realized that the more he learned, the more opportunities opened up for him. And so he committed himself to a life of learning, to a life of growth, to a life of transformation, because he knew that knowledge was not just power, it was freedom. But knowledge alone wasn't enough. John needed discipline. And so our protagonist embarked on his next journey, the journey of financial discipline. It's one thing to understand the principles of finance and quite another to apply them consistently. It's like knowing the benefits of a healthy diet and actually sticking to it. John realized this early on, and he decided to inculcate financial discipline into his life. He started small, saving a little bit from his everyday earnings. It was like planting a seed in the ground, knowing that it would grow into a tree one day. The seed of savings, he knew, would sprout into the tree of wealth. John didn't just save, he saved wisely. He understood that not all savings are created equal. He didn't let his money lie idle in a savings account, earning a measly interest rate. He put his money to work, investing in assets that would give him a higher return. He delved into the world of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. He educated himself about the risks and rewards of each. He didn't let fear hold him back. He knew that with high risk comes high reward. But he also understood the importance of diversification, of not putting all his eggs in one basket. He was patient. He knew that wealth creation is a marathon, not a sprint. He didn't fall for get-rich-quick schemes. He understood that wealth creation is a slow and steady process, that it requires patience and persistence. John also understood the importance of living within his means. He didn't splurge on unnecessary things. He didn't fall into the trap of consumerism. He knew that wealth is not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. As he practiced financial discipline, he saw his savings grow. He saw his investments yield returns. He saw his wealth increase. He saw the power of financial discipline. But remember, financial discipline is not just about saving and investing. It's also about developing good financial habits, about making wise financial decisions, about being responsible with your money. John learned this. He lived this. And as a result, he saw his wealth grow. With financial discipline, John began to see his wealth grow. Despite the obstacles, John remained undeterred. Imagine a wall standing in front of you. It's towering, intimidating, seemingly impenetrable. That's what John faced. But he didn't just see a wall. He saw a challenge to overcome, a test of his resolve. John's journey was not an easy one. He had to navigate through the labyrinth of life filled with twists and turns, ups and downs. He faced financial constraints, the skepticism of those around him, and the inherent challenges of acquiring knowledge and skills. The weight of these trials could have easily crushed his spirit. But John, he was not one to back down. You see, John understood something fundamental. He knew that the path to success is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with potholes and roadblocks. He knew that he would stumble and fall, but he also knew that he would learn from each fall, that he would rise stronger, more determined. And so he did. With every setback, he pushed harder. With every failure, he learned a new lesson. He fell 7 times, but he stood up 8. That's resilience. That's perseverance. It's the ability to keep going even when everything seems to be working against you. It's the determination to keep pushing, to keep striving, even when the odds are stacked against you. John's story is a testament to the power of resilience and perseverance. It's proof that the road to success is often paved with trials and tribulations. But it's through overcoming these challenges that we truly grow, that we truly succeed. Remember, resilience is not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. Perseverance is not about never failing. It's about never giving up. It's about finding the strength within you to keep going, to keep fighting, even when the world seems to be against you. John's resilience and perseverance were the keys to his success. He faced obstacles. Yes, he fell, he failed, but he also rose, he succeeded. And that's what matters. It's not about the number of times you fall. It's about the number of times you get back up. It's not about the number of times you fail. It's about the number of times you succeed. And John, he succeeded because he was resilient, because he persevered. In just 6 months, John's life had completely changed. It was as if the dust and grime of his former life had been swept away, replaced by the glow of achievement and success. The transformation was nothing short of extraordinary, a testament to the power of determination, discipline, and sheer hard work. John's journey to wealth wasn't paved with gold from the start. It was filled with bumpy roads and steep hills, but every step of the way, he carried with him the lessons he had learned. His education became his guiding light, illuminating the path towards better decisions and smarter choices. It was no longer about simply making money. It was about understanding how to make that money work for him. Financial discipline, once a foreign concept, now came as naturally to him as breathing. He found strength in restraint, power in prudence. He learned to resist the allure of instant gratification, to see past the deceptive shine of short-term gains. Instead, he invested in the future, in opportunities that promised sustainable growth and long-term benefits. His resilience and perseverance, too, played crucial roles in his transformation. When faced with setbacks, he didn't retreat. He didn't let failure shake his resolve or temper his ambition. He pushed through, fueled by a belief in himself and the knowledge that he had the power to shape his own destiny. The result? A life that was a stark contrast to the one he had known. He had traded his rags for riches. not through sheer luck or chance, but through hard work and determination. His story was not one of overnight success, but of gradual, consistent progress. It was a tale of transformation that had its roots in discipline, education, and perseverance. John had gone from being poor to rich, all because he followed these steps. If he can do it, so can you. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that wealth is not just about having money, it's about having the knowledge to make the right decisions, the discipline to stay the course, and the resilience to overcome obstacles. It's about understanding that wealth is not a destination but a journey, one that begins with a single step.